Well, hello there. Mrs. Markey here. We are going to go over our lesson for today. We are doing upside down drawings. So in class, we did some warm-up work. So we did some circles, various sizes, just to loosen up our hands. We did some ovals, various sizes, various angles. We did triangles and squares. Remember, we lifted our hand each time we made a line. We didn't just do, that's fine for that size square, but when you're doing a big square, you really can't just plant your hand and do that. We did some trapezoids and all kinds of different things. And then we did a couple practice little doodles to kind of get you loosened up. But our assignment this week is going to be an upside down drawing. So most of you took the horse, some of you took there was a couple other options for those who have taken my art class before, but I will draw the horse today. Looks like a horse when you turn it right side up, but we are going to draw it upside down. So the purpose of this is to get your brain to see lines and shapes instead of the horse. Instead of the horse, and you know what a horse looks like, and your brain thinks it knows what a horse looks like, and your brain thinks it can draw a horse, but if you were freehanded to draw a horse, it would not look like a horse, or it would look like a 3-year-old drew it. So we just want to get our brain to kind of operate a little bit differently. So we're going to draw our horse. Now, my horse is not perfect. You know, my neck is a little bit skinnier than perhaps the horse is here, but overall, it looks like a horse. It looks like the horse on this page. So that's what we're going to do today. And I'm just going to walk you kind of step by step through it. You are welcome to follow along. You're welcome to draw along. You're welcome to put it on a faster speed. Totally up to you. But I'm going to walk you through the process. So first thing we are going to do is we are going to draw a rectangle on our paper. So we want to have this outside border line. Actually, you can see that. I'm going to have that outside border line just like they did. Otherwise, I have to go all the way to the edge. But I am going to draw. It's obviously not going to be super perfect, but it's probably a little bigger than I wanted. I'm going to shrink that a little bit. I don't want to go quite so big. Okay. Just erase those. One thing to practice while you're doing this is to draw lightly. The lighter you draw, the easier it is to erase lines that you make a mistake with or decide you don't want there anymore. So that's something that you really need to practice at, is drawing lighter than you're comfortable with. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the top of my page and I am going to work down. I know, it sounds really odd, but let's just give it a shot. So my hoof, I marked the halfway mark here, the halfway mark here on my paper, and there's a mark here and a mark here. So there's the visible line going through my paper. So I kind of know where I'm at. So I know that this is about halfway, that's about halfway, roughly. So I know that my hoof is kind of over here. Probably a little bigger than I want. It's a lot of looking. It's a lot of looking and copying the angles. I feel like that's a little big. See, I know that's his hoof, and I know that's kind of his ankle. But that's not what I'm supposed to be thinking about. I'm supposed to be thinking about this line tapers in and then kind of bows out where his knee is. And then it's going to kind of thicken up a little bit. All right, and this one has the hoof almost touching. And I know that so that's shorter. There we go. We connect in there somehow. So even though my brain knows what these things are, I still have to make them fit into the drawing. Don't be afraid to erase. You're not going to get this right the first go round. Those who are doing the ones with the more lines, like the Picasso and the Mona Lisa, just take your time. So I know, see, I'm looking at those spaces. Those spaces are my indicators at where these lines actually go. That rump got a little big, didn't it? I'm going to go down a little bit. Is that right? Yep. So you have your, what did we call it last? Oh, there's a word for it. What was it? The implied line. So this is kind of an implied line, so it's running behind, obviously, his leg that we can't see. But to connect to the right spot, we need that implied line in there to show us where to go. There's a lot of curved lines in this one. I feel like that got a little big. All right, let's see. Let me put this one in. This runs right around here. I think that hoof got a little low. better. And then okay, everything in me wants to turn this over and look to see if it's right. But I'm not gonna. Just trust in the process. Really hard. I mean, everything comes out at the right spot. So it's happening, guys. It's happening. All right. So now, oh, I think I might have to extend my page a little bit. Look at that. My proportions got a little off. I think my head's going to come up. I could be wrong. Because the head is just a little bit above. So he's going to come up to about here. All right, here we go. So muzzle. I think that neck is a little long. Okay, so his muzzle is just under there. So actually, I'm gonna go to here. Still watching me? Okay. It's been a while since I've done this, so I feel like I'm a little rusty. Okay, that ear is weird. We're getting there, guys. You can do this. I have the fullest confidence in you. Take your time. This obviously did not take me an hour. It might take you a little longer than it took me, but I don't think this one's going to take you that long. All right, so my angles are a little bit off, but I'm okay with that. Except this ear. I'm not happy with that ear, but I'm going to live with it. We're not going for utmost perfection. We are just going for thinking differently. All right, anything you see that I forgot? I don't see anything. All right, so now is the part you've all been waiting for. Now you get to turn your picture over and you get to see what you came up with. And look at that. You drew a horse. Okay, so I have some weird things going on here. But, you know, I am not unhappy with that. So I hope that you take your time and that you enjoy this process. I hope you let go of perfection, because that's not what we're going for, and just draw. So this is what you're going to turn in Monday. This is it. I'm going to erase my, and look it, I could have left my line there. It would have been perfect. I doubted myself. All right, so that's it for this week. Make sure you turn your work in before your first period. Put it on the counter where you sign in, and you want to close your book. So I'm going to show you exactly what to do. You're going to close your book. So I see your name. You're going to close it, and you guys are going to stack these on the counter. I should have 13 books stacked up on the counter so that I can take them and take pictures of them. What I'll do is I'll take a picture of them. I'll write a little happy note for you, a little hey, awesome job. And then I will take those pictures home and I will look through them and kind of dig in and see if you met the assignment requirements. And then I will give you your feedback form the week later. So I hope you guys have a great time with this, and I can't wait to see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.